Hello everyone, my name's George Hammond and today we're going to be taking a look at Quantum Infinite Motion by Emergence Audio. This is going to be a really interesting synth library we're going to quickly take a look at, so there's both instruments and multis available. There are apparently 150 presets over 9 categories and 7.4 gigabytes of source material. All the samples are 24-bit 48 kilohertz and it comes in at $79 US. I want to thank Emergence Audio for sending me a copy of this library to review. It's going to be really interesting to check out. I just want to jump in, grab some of these correlated patches here. So as we can see on the UI here, there's Adsr meters for both the little samples you can select here. Let's just take a listen. So quite a nice sound there. Let's load in this Catalyst preset here. This one sounds interesting. Crumbling Time. Quite spooky, that one. Let's load in some drones here. I love drones. I just want to say sorry for not having a webcam today. OBS didn't want to record with any sort of camera plugged in. There's been a few issues recently with OBS and audio as well, so hopefully this new method of recording audio works correctly. As you can see behind me, I'm recording it all directly into Ableton, so hopefully that works. That's got quite a nice sound to it. Let's have a listen to Quantum Leap. Pretty sure that was a game. Let's have a look at some of the other presets, like the dimensions here. We've got some arcs, algorithmic arcs. Let's see what these sound like. So I can control the cutoff with my mod wheel, which is really nice. Let's have a listen to the Emergence ones. So I quite like the UI of the library. It's quite simple, which is often better. You don't need something too flashy, you need something which is practical and works. In my mind at least, you might have a differing opinion on that, but that's what I tend to go for in a nice library. Something simple, nice to look at, but simple. That's got a nice sound. So I'm just going to go through just a couple here and we're just going to take a listen. That's a very odd sound. I'm not sure I like that one. That one's quite nice. Let's listen to the shorts. That's quite a cool sound. If I pop a bunch of reverb on there, which, yes, you shouldn't really do with a more bassy sound, but you can get some quite cool effects with it. Quite a nice sound to it. I wonder if I put my delay on there. Oh no, I forgot. I've moved the send my delays on. So now it's a different one. This should be now the delay. Quite a nice sound. I quite like it. Let's take a look at some nebula shorts here. Quite a wet sound, that one. I haven't got my reverbs turned on, but that's still quite a wet sound. But I quite like it. Pretty nice. Let's take into this one. You could definitely do some pretty nice kind of underscore tension building pieces with the sounds in this library. Let's go back and have a listen to some of the suspended. So that was our algorithm when we listened to earlier. Let's have a listen to Destiny Cloud. Definitely cloudy. Underneath sus drone. Let's take a listen to that. Quite a nice sound. Let's take a listen to what effects we've got here. So there's a convolution reverb with quite a few different samples. We've got some 480s here, 300s, E245. So some pretty nice IRs we've got there. A delay as well, distortion. We'll pop on the distortion, turn that up. Quite a cool sound. That is pretty cool. Let's have a listen to the warp here. That's quite a nice sound as well. What else have we got? We've got drones, so we've got all the different some drones here. I think that's all of them, yeah. So we've got the time bender one here. This can actually go down an octave lower. I can just about hear that, that's quite quiet. So it's quite a quiet tone. I can barely hear that, even that high up. Don't know if that's just me. Let me know. I think it is quite quiet looking at the meters I've got here. I like this wormhole one though. That's pretty cool. As I said, a lot of these would just fit absolutely perfectly into loads of different types of underscore. Just very tension music. I can definitely say it for some sort of Mars soundtrack. Not going to say anything more about that, but let's have a listen to Phone Home Infinite Pad. Some of these are really cool. I really like that one. Swallow the Sky. Sounds very ominous. Let's take a listen to it. That's beautiful. Time Seeker. Another absolutely beautiful sound. There's Out of Nothing. That one looks interesting. Interesting. I really quite like the sound of this so far. I think this is a synth which is just perfect for those sci-fi and very kind of quiet, mostly dronal sci-fi stuff. I think it fits perfectly. Let's take a listen to some of these pulses. Now I expect this to properly pulse. Let's take a listen. That's definitely pulsing. Let's take this to this one. I don't know if I like the way they're pulsing though. It's a bit odd. Quite nice though. Yeah, so it's just down to this LFO. Without the LFO on, it doesn't make a noise. It doesn't do that pulsing. So you can control what that is like with the rate here. So you could really start it very slow. What's the slowest it will go? 4 bars. And you could slowly speed it up. So you can fully customize the way it pulses and the sound. You can even change here the type of LFO it is. So from a square to a triangle, for example, to a saw. So quite a nice amount of options there for you to be able to. And there's this button here which I believe turns it off and off. It's off and on your door sync. So if you have it off, it's off its own internal clock. On, it's doing off your door clock, I believe. I'm not sure. Let's have a listen to catalyst pulses. Point of no return. That sounds very interesting, very ominous, and very dark. Wouldn't really say that is what I had in mind for point of no return, but it's quite a nice sound. Thoughts and motion, that also sounds quite nice. Yeah, so this is a much, much softer one. Yeah, that really is quite soft, but it's quite a nice sound. You could definitely use that in some stuff. Let's have a listen to the Micron Exploder. Very epic sounding. Again, I'm not really sure that's what I would think of when I hear the words Micron Exploder. There's a few like that in here, looking through some of the names. There's a few we've played which I've slightly thought, do they really match the name, the sounds? But I think overall, they're quite good definitions. Let's have a look at some of the multis here. Neutrons. Yeah, I do get neutrons and that's that sort of vibe, isn't it? Let's have a listen to qubit, another physics thing, if I believe. Isn't the qubit the lowest, smallest particle they've ever found? I think it's something like that. I can't remember. I might be thinking of something else. I'll have to Google it now after I've done this. Stretching the surface. Very ambient and soft one, that one. Quite like it. Supersonic. That's got to be quite a nice sound, hasn't it? The Theory of Everything. Stephen Hawking book and film. That is, let's have a listen to what that sounds like. Some very, very, very nice sounds in that one. You can hear all the different little elements all together and it sounds really nice. Not sure about that one. Hollow is the ground. Oh yeah, that sounds like something which should be hollow. That's quite cool. If we select here, we can change a bunch of different sounds we've got which we can morph between. So that's quite nice. Let's have a listen to Burning Bright as our last multi here. So some pretty cool sounds in this library. For $79 US, I believe it's currently on sale for $59, which is an amazing deal. There's a lot of content in this library. I think it's quite a good deal. I know of Diva preset packs, etc., which cost more than this entire sample library. There's quite a lot of pretty cool stuff in there. I would definitely say it's worth that much money. Definitely by a long shot. The only thing I would say is that it's the only problem I've personally encountered with it is some of the names. Quite a few of the names, to me, do not match the description, really. The name isn't really what it sounds like. And I mentioned that earlier, But other than that, I think there's a lot of options, as you can get quite deep and technical with the library. I like both ADSRs, having it for both. You've got volume meters, you've got all the LFOs, and you can get some really cool sounds out of it, especially if you start adding your own processors like, what's that one, Transgate. You could probably get some pretty cool stuff with, but you can kind of do that with the LFO built into Quantum. The Shaperbox, if you were to put Shaperbox on, this is the type of sounds you could get and manipulate. Oh, amazing. We'll just have a listen to the pads here quickly. So this is the one, it's just kind of a basic patch, and you can just select some random ones and make your own ones. Like that really weird, odd one I made there. So I do quite like this library. I think it's pretty cool. It's got quite a lot of cool things in it. It's not often that you see a synth library. Most libraries are of real instruments. So it's nice to see something a little bit different and see a new synth library. Most of the ones I know about are quite old now. So it's really nice to see one which is new. I'm pretty sure that 2.0 of this library came out a few weeks ago. I think this is version 2.01 I'm running here. So it's not the original. I don't know what the original was like, but this is it's pretty cool. I quite like it. So overall, I'd probably give it around a 7 out of 10, I think. A 7 out of 10. It's, for a Kontakt synth using the Kontakt Engine, I think it's pretty good. It's not, of course, anything like a proper soft synth. If you would compare it side by side with Zebra or Diva, it's not as advanced as those. But for the price and what is possible in Kontakt scripting, I'm not an expert, but from my knowledge of it, you can't really do stuff that complex like you can if you were to build a soft synth yourself through C+. I believe plugins are coded in C+. So I think for the price and what's in it, it's quite a good price. So, and it's got quite a nice amount of content, and that it's a good library. So I think overall I'd give it a 7/7.5 out of 10. My name's been George Hammond. Thank you for checking out this video and listening to me play some of the sounds from Emergence Audio's Quantum Infinite Motion. I rather like that catchphrase. It's quite cool, isn't it? Infinite Motion. I think it definitely describes the library really nicely. So thank you for tuning in. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up and possibly subscribe. As I said, sorry about no webcam and the fact that I've had to record the audio differently. My computer's had a few odd problems since I updated the driver for my audio interface. It's caused a few weird, unforeseen problems, which I have no idea what they exactly are. They're odd. I don't really know how to fix them or what exactly they are. It doesn't seem to be impacting the use of my computer or writing music. It just seems to be a bit of an odd bug thing I've encountered, where it seems that I've got two plugged in when I've only got one. That seems to be what I can figure out. It's really, really odd and complicated, and I haven't been able to fix it yet. But thank you everyone for tuning in. My name's been George Hammond. Thank you for watching this video. I hope I see you in the next one. Goodbye.